guys, this is Stacy and welcome back to my channel. I am back in Korea now. It was really nice traveling and living in another country for a couple of months. But that meant I wasn't really living my daily routine lifestyle. So I wasn't eating properly and I wasn't working out regularly. So naturally, I've been feeling pretty blah about my body. So I am very excited to go back to my healthy lifestyle again. Before going back into my lifestyle though, there was something I always wanted to try, which is prolonged fasting. It's one of the fasting style where you fast more than 24 hours. I've never done prolonged fasting before. I don't know why, but I just never really tried it. But I thought this was the perfect time to try it for the first time because all the symptoms I'm feeling from overeating and not working out regularly and all that, it can be all improved by prolonged fasting. I'm feeling a lot of fatigueness. I am feeling bloated all the time. My body's very much inflamed. My legs feel like they're twice as big as it used to be and all that. So I thought I might give prolonged fasting a try before I go back into my healthy lifestyle. I need to go eat because I really need to start my prolonged fasting right about now. I think any later it will make my life just harder. So let's go eat. And disclaimer, there's a big difference between starving yourself and doing a prolonged fasting. Prolonged fasting isn't just eating anything and just starving yourself. They are two very different things and you have to be very aware before going into prolonged fasting what you're doing and what you're getting yourself into. So here is my last meal before going into my first ever prolonged fasting. I try to keep it as healthy as possible and follow the instructions that I've learned. So I know that you're not supposed to have too much salt, sodium in your meal before going into fasting. Also, you shouldn't be consuming any refined sugar or caffeine. So I eliminated, of course. I don't have caffeine usually anyway. And on top of that, for the vegetables, I just steamed them. I didn't do any seasoning, so obviously no salt, no garlic powder, paprika powder, cumin, any kind of those. I kind of like left it out. And I got my high-fat fish, so I get that protein and good kind of fat, omega-3, not like saturated fat or anything like that. And it was the one from the can, but contained in spring water. And for the zucchinis, I just gave them a quick fry. I wouldn't really call it fry, but yeah, in olive oil, so which is like the healthy kind of fat. And obviously I had some tomato sauce, 100% just tomato, no sugar or anything added into it. Pure tomato from Italy. Yes, now I'm gonna dig in. My last meal before I go into fasting. Okay, so I'm done eating and right now the time is 10 minutes to 1. So I'm just gonna say 1 p.m. and that's the time I'm starting my prolonged fasting. During a fast, you're not allowed to eat anything, but you are okay to drink black coffee or tea with no added sugar or creamers. So I'm drinking tea here. And I was watching anime, but they would show strawberry shortcake. This is making me hungry. Okay, it's been like an hour and a half since I last ate and started my fasting. And I'm not hungry, of course I'm not hungry, I just ate. But I'm craving things. Like I said, I'm like beginning to craving things. I'm beginning to crave things. I think it's because I'm just sitting here doing nothing. So I'm gonna go take Silver out for a walk so time goes faster. Studies actually show that time moves at a different pace when you're doing something you like and something you don't like. So I took Silver out for a walk, so then time goes faster. And Silver met her friends. It is currently 11 p.m. so that means I have been fasting for 10 full hours. And so far it's good. I'm not really hungry. Like I said before, I don't usually get that hungry quickly or easily. So I'm not really hungry, but I am craving some food, especially the sweets. Maybe because of the anime that I watched that they showed me the cake. So now I'm really craving strawberry shortcake. But anyway, other than that, I'm good. I haven't had anything. I've only been drinking tea, which is really nice. Keeping myself hydrated. Any other symptoms that I'm feeling? I think everything's a bit normal, but I do feel a bit more heavy on the body. I think it's because I guess I'm not fueling my body as much, so it's stressing my body out a little bit, which apparently is a good thing for a short amount of time, obviously, because it's forcing my cells to work and find that fat to burn it and utilize it instead of just storing it. Yeah, so my body feels a little bit heavy when I'm walking. So one of the main reasons why I wanted to do this prolonged 24-hour fasting is because this year I have not been eating meat at all. I have been avoiding consuming any meat. But about a week and a half ago, I had to shoot for one of the YouTube channels from my Singapore agency, and we did a Korean barbecue tour, restaurant tour. So obviously I had meat. And since then, I kind of like indulged a little more, I guess. Like, I wasn't being as restrictive. I wasn't going to keep barbecue every day or anything, but I didn't really realize when I was eating meat that there was the cause behind some of the things that I was feeling in my body. First of all, bloating. I've never felt this bloated ever this year, but since the time that I had meat, of course I was on my period and everything, but that stacked on together with eating meat, I think made my bloating really, really bad. I felt really, really bad. And also another really, really big thing, that the big change that I noticed from eating meat again, is that my body is swelling up, inflaming a lot. So I honestly, even though I went to bed before eating instant noodles the night before or whatever, in the morning I would never wake up with like a swollen face or like inflamed face. But ever since that day that I had meat, my legs feel twice the size. They are so inflamed, and same as my face. Like my face, I wake up with like a really like puffy face, and I honestly think that's one of the symptoms from one of the side effects of eating meat, I guess. And I heard one of the benefits of fasting is because it reduces your inflammation within your body with your blood cells and all that. So I've been really interested to try that out. Trying to get this inflammation out of my system. I'm kind of like not feeling the greatest. I've been like stretching my legs and massaging my legs the whole time, but it's not going away, so hopefully this helps. But anyway, enough talking. I'm gonna go to bed because it's pretty late, and I think sleep will help me get over my sweet cravings. So that was my 10-hour into fasting, and I'll wake up in the morning and see you guys then and see how I feel. Bye. Good night. Alright, it has been 21 hours since I started fasting. Right now it is 10 a.m. Because I started at 1 p.m. I only have 3 hours to go. And I woke up in the morning, did the usual routine. Didn't feel hungry at all when I woke up. It's funny, when you go to sleep, empty stomach, instead of eating, you don't feel as hungry in the morning. On the other hand, if you eat at night and then wake up, you just feel hungrier. I don't know if it's just me or everyone else, but yeah, that's just how I feel. So this morning I didn't feel hungry at all, and right now as well, I'm hungry. Hunger wise, I'm feeling zero of it. I'm not hungry, and I don't really crave anything either, but I do have to say my body does feel a little, more stressed out and weaker, more faint. But it's okay. I did healing yoga in the mornings, because when you're doing 24-hour plus fasting, you shouldn't be doing any intense workout. You should just do light walks, light exercises. So I just did stretching yoga, healing yoga. It was very relaxing. Yeah, 3 more hours to go. I'm feeling pretty good. 3 hours to go, and I'll show you how to break a fast, because that's more important than the fasting itself. What you consume right after fasting really determines how much benefits you're going to get and how you're going to amplify the benefits of fasting. So it has finally been 24 hours, my fasting is over, and now I can break my fast. And I'm gonna break it with these 2 boiled eggs, because like I mentioned before, how you break a fast is more important than your fasting stage itself. So you really wanna be careful with what you consume right after fasting. Our body is, has not been digesting anything, it hasn't been working like it used to when we are constantly eating. So we want to start with lean meat. We do not want to mix with high carb, high fat, or high in sodium kind of food. So you're really safe to eat lean meat, lean protein if possible. If you're vegan, you can do pea protein is what I heard, and tofu and things like that are fine too. But since I'm not vegan, I'm going to have eggs, because I don't eat meat. But if you do eat meat, you could do chicken breast, only chicken breast, because they're very lean. Or you could do whitefish as well, but I just don't have any whitefish at home right now, so I'm just doing eggs. And after eating these, and I'm going to wait an hour before I consume anything else. And after this as well, I'm going to be careful with what I consume. I'm not going to consume anything too stimulating, like anything too spicy, high in sugar or high in sodium. I'm going to keep it fairly simple and something that's easy to digest, like steamed vegetable instead of raw vegetable, and so on. So these, finally, 24 hours is up, and I am eating. The sound part of it is sour eating food. Food. I'm not gonna lie, towards the end, for the past couple of hours, I have been pretty hungry. My stomach has been like growling and telling me to feed it. So I'm really excited to be eating. And oh my god, I never knew how delicious these boiled eggs are. I'm so happy. What's great about fasting is obviously you get all these benefits, like you are not bloated. I am not bloated anymore for sure. And my inflammation all over my body, on my face, my legs, everything is gone. I feel great. I did feel a bit drained and weak in my body, but that's supposed to happen because your cells are rejuvenating and recreating themselves, so that's good. And another amazing thing that I realized, that I can think better. Obviously, apparently this effect is amplified on the second day, especially if you carry on. Like after 24 hours, my skin literally feels so good. I don't have anything on my face right now, but it just feels so nice and glowy. And I don't know, I just don't feel tired and I feel very refreshed. My skin literally feels so good. I don't even know how to explain. Like this morning I washed my face and applied toner and then lotion, right? And then I looked at my face, I was like, I look good. Like my skin looks really good right now. So there's one major change that I didn't even expect but just happened. And yeah, and I haven't been snacking obviously, so I feel really good. It's something that you can do once a month. Like anything more than that, I think it would be too much. So I can definitely see myself doing this every month. And hopefully next time I'll be better prepared, because when you're fasting, what you eat before really counts as well. And that's like not even like 2-hour preparation. That's like 2-day preparation. You want to get your body prepared for it. So next month I will challenge myself to do 36-hour fasting, and I will prepare myself days before and days after as well. So hopefully I can share with you guys my experience then. But overall, this 24-hour fasting, I think it went really well. I'm really excited that I did it for the first time and it feels great. I did it in a healthy way and I feel really good about myself. And my skin, oh my god, I'm so happy. After eating eggs, I had meeting for about an hour and then I had bibimbap. It is honestly full of good steamed vegetables, really good for digestion and with minimal amount of seasoning. And I only added a little bit of gochujang so it's not too high in sodium. And that's how I ended my first ever 24-hour fasting. Thank you for joining in my journey and see you next time.